me see. File. Is it under here? I don't think so.
Gonna get things going with Johnny Ola, leading off a mix from the past few years.
So this needs to be, please use a keyframe frequency of 4 seconds or less. Let's just make it 1 second. And of course, where's my R100 enjoyers at? I just made a YouTube video about the R100. Nobody showed up, bro. What's your favorite camera when you're doing stuff with the family? Probably something easy, something wide with a wide lens. That's a good question. Something like a 15 to 35 or like a 16 millimeter wide, and then any camera. If you're on a crop sensor, definitely a 10 to 18 or something like that, but that's a pretty solid. What camera do you have, Nell? I don't know if the T7 is better for most. I think the T7, how much is the T7? That's a really good point, man. Me when my gold coin goes unnoticed. Oh, thank you, man. I didn't even see that. It doesn't come up on my notifications. Appreciate it. What does that mean? I don't even know what that means. I appreciate it, though. Thanks for having breakfast with me, you guys. By the way, I am multi-streaming on YouTube and TikTok. On TikTok, I already got a violation for eating a bagel, I guess. I don't know. But what are gold coins? I don't even know what that means. I appreciate it, though. I'm brand new to this whole streaming thing, man, so you got to help me out. What do you stream? By the way, who in here actually streams or creates content? Like 1 cent? Oh, so that's 10 cents, 20 cents? Appreciate it, bro. Hey, man, it adds up. I appreciate you. On TikTok, I know that they're called, what are they called? GIFs or whatever? I guess on YouTube, they're called gems. New to donos don't stream. Oh, okay. What about creating content? Do you have a YouTube channel? Well, I appreciate it regardless. You could have spent it anywhere and you spent it with me, so thank you. Later, man. Is that okay if I'm using an ND filter with S-Log 3? Yeah. For sure. I'm thinking that camera up there might be a little bit too punched in now. Giving Hawk, what's up, man? Good to see you. Fun fact, the R7 does care about recording for 1 hour continuously. Found out that when I had to record for 3 hours nonstop. Doro Designer, what's up, buddy? Yeah, so some cameras, what happened? Did it just stop? Or did it overheat on you? Yeah, your camera's gonna die, but they do have like, I think it's 2 hours. I think it's a 2 hour like continuous recording limit because they're not like dedicated video cameras, you know? And like if you ask a camera to record continuously, for more than 2 hours, something's going on. You know what I mean? Something's going on. But I use dummy batteries, and I was using the R7 this past week actually. I need to update the firmware on it. But yeah, the battery's definitely, I mean, an hour and a half on a battery is pretty legit though, not gonna lie. CD Tycoon Grinder, what's up, man? Giving up. It was quite a long time recording 4K 30. Yeah, dude, that's a long time, man. That's a long time. You're like, oh, what do you mean it can't record for 2 hours? Like, who the fuck is recording 2 hours long? Like, that's what, continuously? You can get one of these you can get one of these little fans. I have it on my list in my I have it in my little it's a little newer fan. If you get one of these, Giving Hawk, it's not gonna like completely save your life, but it'll keep it cooler for longer. Also, the internal battery generates heat, so that could be another issue too. Yeah, I have it pinned in my storefront, my Amazon storefront. I don't remember where I have it. Probably under accessories or something. But they're like 30 bucks or whatever. There it is. Yeah, I have it listed right here. 40 bucks. I have a couple of these. Again, they're not going to totally save your life. If you are going to purchase one, obviously you don't have to purchase this exact one. But what I recommend is buying one that has the little spring on it, so that it can fit on any camera. And the way that it fits on the R7, I got the R7 right here, is that it just wedges right in. Right in. It isn't the most secure, so I am gonna tell you that it isn't like double-sided sticky tape or anything, so it's not 100% secure on there. Like if you bump your camera, this thing might go flying. Antonio, what's up, Antonio? How are you? I'll probably power it over USB. Yeah, power it over USB. That'll keep the battery a little bit cooler. Also open up the back of the screen. I'm good, man. I'm good. You feeling better today? I've got some spare PC fans and stuff to power them over USB. The DJI might even appreciate having a little fan pointed out. Yeah. Yeah. Whatever. You know the solution to the problem. You know what I mean? Like you've solved for it already. So however you solve it is really up to you. These things come in handy. Yeah, it'll save you a little bit of money, but I use these specific ones because in my home, like right now, I stream for 2 hours with these cameras, 2 cameras going at the exact same time. But I have them powered via, one is via a dummy battery and one is via a USB-C, the R50 and the R8. And but they're not recording. It's just a live feed. So I keep these on. Man, I've left these cameras on for days at a time. Not on purpose. Like I've left on Monday and not sat back on this chair until like Wednesday or so. And my cameras are still on. So I don't recommend doing that, of course, but definitely don't recommend doing that. Heart is still in the gutter. You'll be all right, man. Put on some Giveon. Put on some Giveon, you'll be all right, bro. You'll be all right. I should just spring for the R6V. I mean, it depends on what you want to do, man. You know, one of the questions, Giving Hawk, that I get like a ton. By the way, Giving Hawk, where are you watching me from? Are you on YouTube horizontal or vertical? Regardless, one of the questions that I get asked all the time is like, why do you have so many cameras? Like, is that necessary? I'm like, no, it's just, you know, I use every single camera for a very different purpose. Like each one has a very unique purpose for me, you know? I'm on YouTube horizontal. Okay, bet. Appreciate you. Yeah, wherever you're watching is fine. I just want to know where because I'm having, I just recently implemented YouTube vertical, and I'm trying to get as much feedback. And I know that you're in here a couple times a week, so I appreciate you joining in, and your feedback is helpful. I did drop another YouTube video last night. It did buns, but I think it's going to be like a long tail video. It is on the Canon R100, the worst camera of all time. Today I'm going to do another video by request, another YouTube video. I'm going to at least record it and edit some of it. But yesterday, man, I spent a good 4 or 5 hours creating content for TikTok. I'll be posting. I did a great job at the gig, though. I'm loving my mic minis. Nice. Oh, you got the DJI mic minis? Those are nice, dude. Those are nice. I figured that you would have got the mic 2s or the mic 3s at least because of the 32-bit float. I think the Hollyland Larks are also 32-bit float. But your camera, does your camera record 32-bit float internally? I can't remember if it does. Yeah, let me know when you got that footage. I'd love to see it, man. Love to see it. By the way, any of you guys that are in here that actually create content, bro, send it my way, man. I want to see that shit. Shot by Crimson. What's up? What's up? Julia, hello. Julia, I found some adorable pictures yesterday. I'm going to... Hey, you know what? Send me a... I got some raw photos for you. Send me a G Drive link, because my G Drive is already used up. I have like 5 terabytes and already used up. What's up, Andrew? Good morning, bro. It's an MVP. That's it, man. That's it, bro. LOL, no. I'm surprised video guys care so much about that. The audio world is 24-bit still. It's more about, yes, 24-bit is still good. And I use my mic minis all the time, which I think are 24-bit. But I like having the 32-bit for the flexibility, and I can really recover just the headroom, you know, just the headroom. But you're saying the audio world is still operating on 24-bit? Interesting. I can tell. I can definitely peek out my 24-bit audio, like the mic minis, where the sound is unrecoverable. I do have to scream into it, though. Extra Muse came in yesterday. Going to try it out at a car meet. Nice, bro. Nice. I did some video. I got some products from PGY Tech yesterday for the Extra Muse. So I need to do some... I got the product in yesterday. I need to do some videos today on it. You inspired me to build. That's all you got to do, bro. MVP, man. MVP. Again, I never... This comes with like, you know, the experience, right? It's like you never know in your past career, in your past life, when something is going to be like, it'll translate. Like those skills will not the skill, but the philosophy, I guess, the MVP philosophy will translate into another career path. Actually, you know what, man? You've heard me say it enough, Andrew. MVP to me is like a way of life, dude. It's like turned into like, I'm going to have that shit on my fucking headstone. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's Julia. It's from a birthday party, and I just got a bunch of raw files that now that you know how to edit, I was like, maybe she'd like these files. They're raw photos, and some raw videos too. So I figured if you can have them, because I'm never gonna delete them, of course, but I figured you'd get something to edit, you know. Yeah, and there'll be editing, and I've already sent you the edited photos, like the ones that I like, but you might like some other photos, and you'll be able to use. They're from, I can't remember what camera I use for that, but they are big files. So I would say now that you have so you don't clog up your G drive, pull it to your NAS once you're not your NAS, your storage, your hard disk. Okay, you got it. I can't wait to have manually sync 2 hours of footage that's all split up in Premiere that won't auto sync itself. What do you mean, Giving Hawk? How do you have the audio? Do you have two videos going? Yeah, I always set levels properly so I don't worry too. Yeah, you already know the. See, that's why video guys care about it, Antonio, is because we don't have to fuss with it. We can just, and I'm sure that there's a proper way to optimize. It's beyond me. I'm not an audio guy, right? Like I just set the audio gain to like 0 or -6 or +6, so it can't capture low end well. Yeah, I guess that's where the 32-bit flow, and also you know, the rest of the world. Antonio, us common folk over here, we're not audio engineers and audio designers, you know. We're just people with cameras. Do you have Gemini Pro? I think I do. I pay for Gemini. I think I pay for a Google subscription, and included in it is Gemini. So I have like 5 terabytes of cloud storage from Google because of it, plus the Gemini thing or whatever. I'm definitely not an audio guy, and it's my worst skill. I'll tell you that. It's definitely. Any tips for shooting with only on-body flash? What are you having trouble with it? The on-body flash, like the one that's built into the camera, or like flash photography that's mounted on top of the camera? Like an external flash. In-body flash or on-body flash, I guess, is different. I have one static angle R7 that's split into 4 clips because of overheating and battery swaps. Then I have footage from an R6 that was roaming with and wasn't recording the entire time. So what I would do is, so in the future, Giving Hawk, what I would probably do is right before doing the battery swaps and doing the roaming is do like a clap test at the very beginning of the footage and do it on both cameras, so that you have like a starting point, so that when you're watching your footage in Premiere, you know, it's like, oh, I stood in the camera and I clapped, and then I went over here to this camera and clapped, you know what I mean? Or I'm sorry, you point both cameras at yourself and do a clap sync or a snap like this. And if you see in the footage, you are in front of your camera snapping your other camera, then you'll be able to sync it in post. I do something similar to that, but my interviews are usually about an hour and a half, hour 15 or so. Yeah, I understand. I've just been setting levels forever. I know how loud. Yeah. No worries, man. Premiere won't sync it as a multicam because it's split. Yeah, I usually don't even use multicam at all. I just kind of sync the audio over 2 tracks of each other. One more week till I order my R6V. Woo! I wanted to give you 4 months for free of what? Of Gemini thing? Yeah, if you have a code, that'd be great, man. I'd appreciate it. If on camera flash, I empathize with you. To the person who asked, it's difficult. And camera flash is some skill for sure. Yeah, sync by waveform. That's how I do it, Andrew, as well. Wish I could do that, but it was a DJ set. Good thing is that I've got scratch audio on the R6 and master on the R7. Yeah. I don't think Premiere sucks balls, man. I actually like Premiere. I actually do like Premiere. Anytime that I have to admit though, you know, the people that I find that struggle with it the most, in terms of it like crashing or it being unstable, usually is because they have like hardware limitations. And that's really, in my opinion, not that, you know, a problem for Premiere, more of the end user. It's like putting unleaded you know, unleaded fuel into like a regular unleaded fuel into like a high performance vehicle kind of thing, you know. 2 clips at a time. I think Giving Hawk, I feel your pain. I feel your pain, and I've run into situations like that. And what I did to kind of solve it, bro, was improve my own workflows. Like, for example, doing the clap sync like at the beginning, like that's something that I had to learn from fucking my shit up for so long and like really struggling with it. You know what I mean? And setting my 2 cameras, because when I do YouTube, like I said, when I'm recording YouTube or recording interviews, I always use 2 cameras. One of the cameras is linked up with a proper like DJI mic set, and then the other camera I have with a boom mic. But there's going to be challenges. There's going to be challenges regardless of what you're trying to do. To me, though, I've said this a couple of times on my lives. Like, I think that's part of the fun, is solving these problems. You know, Adobe has this nice cloud and photo and video sharing website called Framer. Yeah, Framer.io. Yeah, I don't use it because I don't really work with any other editors. But yeah, it is nice. I've heard people that are editors and producers that they use Frame.io. It does work nice. Yeah. Yeah, the dummy batteries. Also, if you're buying, are you going to buy a dummy battery or just USB-C power? Be careful with that continuous power, just straight to the camera. Make sure that you have a power brick that is the properly rated output. You don't want to like damage your camera. How does lack of mechanical shutter affect the photography just shooting cars? Are the cars moving or are they parked? If the cars are parked and you're doing like some panning, you might see some distortion in the photos. I prefer mechanical shutter if my camera has it over any electronic shutter. Sometimes rollers, you might see some distortion. Is it gonna ruin the photo? Not too much, I don't think. With sports, and sports is really the people that like get upset about the rolling shutter. And also it affects it when you're filming, because it like kind of jellos the edges a little bit, which can be an issue. But if you're doing a roller or whatever and you're fixed and you're not like aggressively whip panning, that's what it would affect it. You would see like some jello on the side. You'd see the edge of the frame kind of go like this on the sides, and that's another issue why people don't like the rolling shutter, and also the IBIS, because IBIS will do that too. I'll USB-C it for a little, and then I'll grab a dummy battery or maybe something like a V-mount. That's what I use. I use V-mount batteries. But I guess Giving Hawk, what I'm trying to get at is, regardless of your external power solution, be very diligent about the power requirements that are needed for the camera versus what you get. So I guess what I'm trying to allude to is, don't just grab a wall charger for your cell phone and then plug it in and plug in the USB-C without at least taking a second look at what you're plugging in, because the worst thing that could happen is you plug in your camera to the USB-C, and then it just fries the motherboard. You know what I mean? I would just take an extra step there, because anything to deal with power, I'm always kind of weary of, or just take an extra precautionary step before doing anything, because that's a real cheap way. A $20 power brick and a $5 cable can ruin your $2,000 camera setup. Sometimes rollers. Doesn't our Viltrox have a battery attached to the back? It doesn't affect camera. No, the battery. The Viltrox DC550 has no power internally. It does come with that little NPF battery, and then that doesn't run to the camera whatsoever. I don't know if the battery packs work as power bricks. I've never tried that. It might actually, now that I think about it. Which stream needs to support so I can plant my account there? Which stream needs support? Both are doing pretty good though. I appreciate it. Andrew, both are doing about normal numbers, man. Yeah, wherever you guys want to watch is cool with me, you know. Whatever is easiest. I'm telling you though that streaming vertically on YouTube is the cheat code, dude. It absolutely is the cheat code. Yeah, I never directly charge my camera. I always only charge the batteries. I got some Sony batteries yesterday. Well, not Sony batteries, some third-party Sony batteries yesterday. A brand sent me out some dummy batteries and a fast charger for my Sony camera. I also got a flash yesterday. This week, man, I'm like a couple dollars away from my GMV to get to the next tier, to get silver. I agree with you. I will no longer stream vertically TikTok when I'm at events. I got like 30 viewers and a couple of subscribers on YouTube while the spider. Yeah, bro, exactly. I think, you know, TikTok, for as cool as it is, this past 2 weeks, every time I show up to TikTok, I've been getting violation. And I'm like, all right, well, it was nice. I'm still going to post short form content over there. But once I get to my 10,000 viewers over there, I'm going to be, because my stream on TikTok only goes to, it doesn't seem to be going to new people anymore because of the violation that I get right at the rip. But my YouTube just keeps going up and up and up. Also, YouTube streaming from your phone is also kind of neat too. Meanwhile, TikTok didn't do shit. I'm honestly so tired of TikTok. Yeah, dude, TikTok, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, man. Nevin Clark, what's up, bud? Hey guys, what's the Nikon Z7 II for autofocus? Like, I need a camera for local sports. I don't know about the Z7 II. I've never really heard Nikon be recognized for its autofocus though. Hello, I'm thinking of buying the 18 to 50 2.8. Nice. I'm using the R50 thing. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Delios, that's a killer combo, bro. 18 to 50 f2.8 is nice. It sucks because I love TikTok stream setup, but they restrict. Yeah, they're too strict, man, and like they limit your reach. Like YouTube, I think YouTube doesn't give a fuck, dude. YouTube just like, hey, you guys want to watch this guy? He's live. and the fact that TikTok has its like selling thing, like, dude, I don't even, the TikTok live setting just didn't, I don't think I'm built for TikTok live shopping. I don't think I'm built for it. I'm a stream on YouTube. Bro, do it, man. I'm shifting everything towards YouTube, and like I've mentioned a couple times, you guys have heard me rant about it. Once I get to 10,000 on TikTok, I'm ditching the live, because it's also the TikTok studio, dude, is such a resource intensive program. I gotta go turn on my AC. I'll be right back. TikTok is anti-free speech. I mean, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say it's anti-free speech. At least that hasn't been my experience. I'm a stream on YouTube. Giga Colorscapes means you're doing something right when you get a TikTok. Maybe. Want to upgrade for a kit lens, so you say it's a fire combo. I buy it. Thank you again, bro. Yeah, it's a great combo. You'll like it. Talking about other platforms. Oh, I see what you're saying. I would agree. And they hide it because they have their own TikTok shop features. So I'm not the kind of creator that they want on their platform, because I have other. I guess the way that I would say it, Andrew, I agree with you. The second part, thanks for clarifying. I would say that they disguise their restrictions behind wanting to keep people on like a selfish kind of thing. They have more of a limiting kind of structure instead of like an abundance kind of mindset. You know, it's like, hey, the more the merrier. But they'll learn. The same thing happened to Twitch, and the same thing happened to Kick. When YouTube started fucking eating their lunch, Twitch is like, all right, well, we're gonna change our ways. They definitely are. I agree with Andrew. Second guess before you say it. I mean, if they start monitoring my speech, but I'm saying something that is clearly against their TOS. They're asking me specifically, hey, do not try to get people off of this platform. If you want to sell something, direct them to TikTok Shop. And I'm like, I don't want to direct people to TikTok Shop because TikTok Shop, it doesn't have the trust factor that Amazon has just yet. Yeah. I can't say Amazon because I'm not talking about Amazon altruistically. I'm actually trying to funnel people to make purchasing decisions off of platform, which is against their TOS, right? So but it's freedom of choice, right? So they can choose to restrict me for that, which is fine. And I can choose not to participate on the platform, right? So I do believe more in the freedom to choose from both parties than me being in an uproar. You know what I mean? Because I'm going to choose not to participate on their platform. I already got a restriction this morning. As soon as I turn on, I don't even have to say anything now. As soon as I go live on TikTok, within not even, I'm not even joking, within like 90 seconds, your live is restricted. In fact, I call that, moderation is a little different. Moderation is a little different. That's so wild. Yeah, within 90 seconds, Julia. Within 90 seconds, it says, hey, your stream is restricted. I'm telling you though, if you go to your settings and report it, they will turn off their AI restrictions. Again, I'm clearly going against their TOS, clearly not abiding by their TOS, and I can't be mad at them for me not following their terms of service. It's just what it is. I'm gonna choose to pick up my ball and go home, and that's cool. And that's cool. I remember Twitch and Kick for the longest time, they didn't want you to show combined chat. Oh, you know what it could be? It could be the combined chat. I knew that would happen eventually. We have reviewed your live and found that your live content violates our community guides. Yep, I already got it. Got that, learned that already, saw that. But what was the original restriction? It doesn't tell me. The notification went away. It does make sense for the instant violation, yeah. And I don't read it all the time. It just says, hey, violation, and then I just kind of dismiss it. But Twitch and Kick for the longest time didn't allow you. And if you notice on my combined chat up here, there's clearly a YouTube symbol and a TikTok symbol. So I'm telling you though, if you go to settings and report it, they will turn off their AI. I've reported it every time, and every time my thing says appeal not approved, violation enforced, or whatever. I'm not too upset about it, man. TikTok has abusive tactics on creators, but you are correct. It's freedom of choice. We do not need... Exactly right, dude. Exactly right. You know, whenever it's just and I believe in freedom of choice on both sides, on both parties, you know. on both parties. It's kind of, you know, I always attribute it to kind of like this example. Like if you ever go to a business that has a no shoes, no shirt, no service sign, if somebody comes in there and is like, oh, you're denying my right to express myself, I'm like, no, dude, I have a private business and I can choose to not serve you based off of you not wearing a shirt and shoes right now. You know what I mean? It's kind of like both are consenting parties and both have the right to freedom of choice. Well, I opened the ticket with an yeah, to me it's not that deep, Antonio. To me it's not that deep, yeah. Yeah, I get more support on YouTube. I have a better experience on YouTube, and YouTube is where I'm gonna park my, you know, build my business. It's gonna be the foundation of what I build the rest of what I'm building off of, you know. It's the platform that has generated me the most income passively. It's the platform that I have the most fun on. You know, and they're becoming more and more like earlier today I got somebody that gave me 20 gems. I don't know what the fuck gems are. He said it's like gifts or whatever. And somebody just came into my stream and gifted me 20 gems. I also have 2 monthly subscribers on YouTube, which is fucking wild. You know, and the tiers over there is priority responses to chats, but also for the monthly thing, I'm going to give them portfolio reviews anytime that they ask for one that I'm live. Yeah, exactly, Andrew. Exactly thing. I'm like, dude, I have a private business. Like And there's consequences, like on the other side of the coin of that, Andrew, and not to get too political here, but like there was a while back where a cake store, a bakery, refused to bake a cake for a gay couple that was getting married. Now, if I owned a bakery and and a gay couple came into me asking for a cake, I would make them that fucking cake. That's not what I'm talking about. But this private business decided not to make a cake for this gay couple. Is that wrong? Is that right? I don't give a shit. But they chose not to do it because it's not something that they wanted to support. That's their freedom of choice, right? But freedom of choice and your freedom of expression and your freedom of your own rights does not give you freedom of consequences either. Because what happened to that business? Everybody and their mother fucking boycotted that bakery out of business, right? So their freedom to hold their ground on not making a cake for a gay couple cost them. I don't know how it ended, how the story ended, but it was all over the news a couple years ago. That choice for them ruined their business. Yeah, and it did break the law, exactly. So but they chose to do it in that moment. So like that kind of shit, then that's you know, your freedom of choice doesn't it doesn't trump or truncate freedom of consequences. And in that case, they lost the lawsuit, but it had to get to that point, right? It had to get litigated. So regardless, there were still consequences at the end of it, and the it's just what it is, dude. It's just what it is. You guys are seeing Chud the Builder right now. Have you guys seen that guy on all the headlines that he's in prison right now? He was going around like rage baiting and racially rage baiting a bunch of people and stuff. And now he's in fucking prison. I'm like, does he have the freedom of speech to say what he was saying? Sure. But he also, you know, people have the right to kick his ass. And they can choose to kick his ass, right? Like, so there's it goes both ways, man. And I support both, you know. I support both, you know. Yeah, that did actually break the law, but it did have to get litigated. Exactly, it had to get litigated. Oop, TikTok restricted me for what I said. Code Rain, what's up, Code Rain? I always tell people freedom of speech, not freedom of consequence. Hell yeah, dude, that's what it is, man. What it is. You can say whatever wild shit, but that doesn't mean that you're gonna be you're not gonna get your butt whooping. Yeah. Again, it goes both ways, dude. It goes both ways. It goes both ways. If you have a shirt on that says "fuck the police," and then you're talking to a police officer, they're gonna look at you a little bit different because of what you're wearing, right? It's just what it is, man. It's just what it is. Should have gone to jail a long time ago. Some lawyers were reviewing his videos. I did see that, man. I can't wait till the one of my favorite channels that I watch on YouTube is Legal Eagle, and I love all of their takes, man. All of their in-depth stuff. I can't wait till Legal Eagle does a little piece on him. Yeah, and like, and you know, that's a dicey one because there is clearly like he's being hateful. You know, he's being hateful. He's not hurtful, he's hateful. Do you know what rain stick is? Is that, I'm gonna guess what a rain stick is. I have no idea and I have no context. I'm gonna guess that rain stick is it that little tube cylinder thing that has like ridges on it that when you turn it over, it has little pebbles that fall down it? That's my guess. Ah, I knew it. I knew it. I fucking knew it. I've also seen ones that have like two sticks where you like kind of strike the ridges. I got one. I'm gonna be using it on my drums. Gear this week. Nice, bro. Best sensory toy, 10 of 10 recommend. I don't think I own any sensory toys. No, I don't have anything. Like those squishy things or whatever. You know, I did see a sensory thing with a baby with a Ziploc bag with water and like green peas in it. And it was like a sensory kind of. I got it for an Arabian song I'm making about the guy. Nice. That doesn't sound like Giveon. I thought you were making a Giveon song, Antonio. Or was that just my imagination? You don't like Giveon? What? Why? Who the fuck doesn't like Giveon? Give me your reason, dude. I promise not to judge you on it. I'm just gonna look at you side-eyed though. Giveon, you don't like Giveon, dude? That's like the guy, man. That's like the guy. He reminds me of like a R&B Taylor Swift. I'm waiting on your TikTok to get taken down. I don't think they've ever taken me down. I think I'd have to really say I think I'd have to be doing drugs or like exposing myself to actually be taken down. He's fine. He's fine. What do you mean he's fine? His new I don't think I've heard his new album. The only album that I actually listened to was the Heartbreak Anniversary album. You mean Beyonce? No, Giveon and Taylor Swift. Because Giveon reminds me of like Taylor Swift. To me, the reason why I don't listen to Taylor Swift is because I'm not a 16-year-old girl that broke up with her boyfriend. So I don't really relate, right? Giveon reminds me of a guy that just keeps getting broken up with all the time. He had a viral clip of him in the BT with his auto-tune mic messed up. It was bad. Oh, really? I don't hate on people that use auto-tune either, though. But if his performance is bad, nothing can be worse than T-Pain, though. Nothing can be worse than T-Pain trying to auto-tune without auto-tune. I've seen live performances with T-Pain when he's trying to do an auto-tune voice without his auto-tune on. I kind of laugh at that kind of stuff, though, a little bit, but I can see that. I didn't see that, LOL, but he fan sing. I love T-Pain. I like T-Pain too. I like what T-Pain has done with himself. You know, what he's done with himself and his whole like live streaming thing is really, really cool. What he's turned his career into. No, T-Pain is cool. T-Pain is legit. I like T-Pain. Yeah, I should say that the only album that I've heard from Giveon is the Heartbreak Anniversary, whatever the album of that is. And I have it on my Spotify. Or no, iTunes. Not iTunes. Apple Music. Does Spotify give you full albums? I pay for both, believe it or not. I pay for Apple Music and Spotify. Am I a loser? I only use Spotify though on my PCs, and I use Apple Music on my phones. Yeah, I will probably never use auto-tune live. I'm huge on that. In studios, it's different. It's an effect. Yeah. But also, you know, maybe my thinking on the auto-tune thing is like if you build your whole career and your whole like album is on auto-tune and your whole image is based off of your whole act is like tethered, like joined at the hip to auto-tune, is a little different. Spotify does give you full albums. Okay, cool. That's where I listen to all my podcasts and audiobooks too. Oh, I've never tried audiobooks on Spotify. So I use Spotify just for, I pay for a lot of shit, guys. I use Spotify just for streaming and my PC. I don't even know if I have Spotify on my phone. Yeah, for sure. T-Pain. I'm not even talking about his musical career and stuff because he's still, you know, but what I see him with streaming and creating content and like drift racing and stuff, like that guy's living a life, you know. I took your advice and I have been aggressively optimizing your resume, bro. Still, I saw your resume, dude. It's impressive, man. It's impressive, dude. Right now, I am deciding. I did decide, actually, for myself, a little bit peek behind the curtain. I was thinking about doing like a daily vlog for my YouTube channel, and I was thinking about starting it tomorrow. But what I wanted it to be was very low pressure, very like a diary, almost like a vlog. So I think I'm gonna do that. But I also wanted to tether that towards a goal. I didn't want it just to be a daily diary of nothing, but I did want to tether it to a goal. And I have today to think about it because I did want to start it tomorrow, and I don't have to have it all figured out before I start. I'm just gonna start going, but the vlog itself will live on YouTube. I'm gonna try it for 30 days, see how far I can get, where I'm going to record my day throughout the day, or not record the day, I'm sorry. I'm gonna live the day, and then if I have 15-20 minutes, I'm gonna sit and recap and kind of do a video journal directly into a camera, and just see how it goes, and then maybe iterate off of that. But I did want to tether it to some sort of goal. Hot take: I hate watching podcasts. It doesn't make sense to me. Watching podcasts, when I'm consuming podcasts, I'm doing something else. I'm not like watching two people talk for 2 hours. And sometimes it takes me a couple days to finish a podcast, you know? Sometimes it takes me a couple days to finish a podcast. So I'll watch it, or when I'm showering, I'll put it on and just listen to it, so I'm not actively listening to it as well. I've applied to well over 30 jobs in the past couple of days. I'm not okay. Cool. Claude is taking an easy job when making slight variations to my resume, creating cover letters. Yeah, for sure, dude. ChatGPT just released a new update to their codex. I haven't used it yet, but I've been using the Claude co-work feature. Very, very cool. Claude is great. I like Claude. That's interesting to dislike watching them. The super long ones, yeah, I definitely won't sit down and watch them. Like I won't watch them like a movie, but I will put them in the background or while I'm doing something. And a lot of times, you know, I just dip my toes into a podcast and like consume 20-30 minutes of it, and if it didn't really catch my attention, then I'm not finishing the rest, right? Or if I watch a cut up or a snippet, a short of a podcast where I think they said something interesting and it caught my attention, then I'll go back and revisit it. I'm currently setting up my Google's anti-gravity and creating skills. Nice, bro. I haven't seen you on YouTube in a couple days, bro. You not making stuff? Did you watch the Spider Noir stuff, man? I figured you'd be all over that. I watched the first couple minutes of the first episode. I was like, that's kind of cool. Yeah, I haven't seen any videos from you, bro. This is the last one I saw you, man. You slipping, bro. Bro, you had something here with this Mortal Kombat one, man. God damn it, dude. You always say that, man. You always say that, Andrew. I'm gonna start not believing you, bro. Ben's Tech Channel. What's up, buddy? Bought my flash yesterday. I went to Canon. He was trying to push Westcott. What do you think, Ben? You got the expensive Canon one? I applied to do video for a company until I found out they sell vape vending machines. Why? They still need to sell their merchandise, bro. You could be their marketing guy. I don't think that would stop me unless you have like an ethical thing against it, which is fine. I've been building the site, was just finished, and also been in a lot, not in a good. I get it, bro. I get it, man. Yeah, bro. You gotta make videos, man. You gotta make videos. You just gotta make it, dude. It's not gonna be perfect, dude. Just make the shit. Giga Color Space. I guess I mean Giveon is doing BTS to rappy electronic 80s poppy, but to girly singers. Yeah, I'm not sure. I went with the mid-grade EL5 Canon. I haven't opened yet. Need it for beach pics. Bro, I don't know how you have the discipline, Ben's Tech Chat. I would have been opening that package on the car ride home. Yeah, I'm not promoting that. Yeah. If you got an ethical thing behind it, you know, fully support that. For me, one of the lines with marijuana, CBD, and stuff like that, I don't have an issue with. Alcohol and tobacco, I do. Gambling, I also have a boundary that I don't want to work with. And it's all, you know, our personal choices and stuff. So I don't want to work with an alcohol brand. At least I wouldn't want to do it without proper compensation. You know, but if there was an opportunity for me to build something off of that, you know, build a little portfolio off of it, I would definitely do it. Noob, which cam you'd recommend for video specifically? Good data rates for post. Good data rates for post? What does that mean? 1080, 240, no or lesser. Ben's Tech Channel, thank you for all the gifts, buddy. I appreciate it. Lesser sensor crop. Not worried about shit. No or lesser sensor crop. Not worried about audio. Not worried about. It sounds like you already know the exact camera that you want, bro. If you know all of those specs already, you already have a camera in mind. What camera are you looking at? Code Rain. Now, if Bruno or Beyonce hit me up. Ben's Tech Channel, thanks for all the gifts, man. I appreciate it, bro. That's always a blessing, man. You always get my diamonds up. I'm curious to see how that flash works for you, man. See if it works. What did the guy say that he was trying to give you a reason for Westcott instead of the Canon one? Also, what was the name of that flash? What did you say? You don't got to repeat it. I think you listed it up here. EL5. Let me look at that. Canon EL5. Let's see what comes up. Oh, it's not even. Oh no, it's still expensive. $349. One day when I'm rich, I'll have something fancy like this. Yeah, this has the digital one. What's the super duper fancy one? The new Sony killer Canon R6V. It's the Canon R6V is an FX2 killer, not an FX3 killer. The EL one is the fancy one. Let me look at that one. Whoo! Holy shit, dude. Are you kidding me? 13. What does this flash do? Ben, what could this possibly do that this costs? What is that? 4 times more money? 5 times more money? By data rates, I mean how much data is actually being recorded, as I want most detail for color grading and stuff. Yeah, Code Rain, it sounds like you already know, because of all of the specs that you listed out, man, you already have a camera in mind. What camera are you thinking of? Like, what is the camera that you are like looking at right now? What's in your shopping cart? Really, everyone was saying it was way nicer and cheaper than the FX3. No, I mean it has a couple more features in the FX3. The FX3 is a cinema camera though. Is a proper cinema camera that you can take into like a production set. The R6V is very nice. I'm not saying it's not, but it's still apples and oranges. The camera that from the Canon lineup that is, in my opinion, better than the FX3 or on par with it is the C50. Seller must love Chris Nichols. I don't know who Chris Nichols is. Yeah, Code Rain. What camera are you looking at, bro? Oh, look, it has a red ring. Bro, this red ring right here, Ben, this red ring here, this adds $800, bro. If you're already Code Rain, if you're looking at the FX3, man, that's pretty much it, bro. The FX3, unless you want to go with like a box style camera that has more dynamic range and stuff like that. But those are very expensive cameras. If you're already leaning towards an FX3, the portability of it, it has the attached screen on it. That's probably the camera that I would recommend. But does it have 1080 240? David, what's up, David? How was your shift, bro? Your midnight shift. Oh crap, I didn't see the red ring. I need to return mine now. I love the red ring. That's what's so Does the EL5 not have it? I'm assuming not, right? Canon EL5. Yeah, dude, the red ring, that means that is, yeah, dude. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's add this to the compare and let's add the EL1 to compare. I want to see what the fuck is like. Look at these prices, bro. $350 versus $1,300, dude. $1,000 more, bro. Fuck. I just struck gold. What'd you find, bro? What'd you find, David? Oh, David, I'm gonna be filming the 10 to 18 video today, by the way. I'm going to be pairing it with the R50V, and I'm going to be positioning the video as like a vlogging, a vertical vlogging and horizontal vlogging, like a content creator camera. I don't know the title yet. Actually, I should probably workshop the title while I'm here with you guys. So the video that I'm going to be doing is Canon R50V. But the hero of the video is going to be the Sigma 10 to 18. R50V times 10 to 18 millimeter Sigma. So I need to think of titles. And my positioning is going to be the perfect content creator camera. The perfect content creator kit. I found a full set of Holy Land Mark II with wireless audio monitoring. How much is 300 AUD? That still sounds expensive, not gonna lie, bro. How much is it brand new? Ooh, how much is it brand new? Now that you say that, are they like $400? Where do I even have it? Under audio? Here we go. Yeah, these are the ones that I like as well. How much is it? $215. That's about $100 off, dude. That's not gold. This is the combo that you want, right? The one with the earpieces and everything. It's almost 500 AUD. Shit. This is a nice set. This is a nice set. This set with the 32-bit float, with the actual cell phone receiver and the earpiece, the monitoring ears. I don't know how I feel about it being wireless though. Yeah, $200 off it. That's pretty solid, dude. Yeah, that's pretty solid. If I didn't already own a bunch of DJIs, I would pick one of these up. You could still use the wired one, yeah. I would like to see if there's any latency on the wireless ones. If there's no latency, which I'm sure that it's very low, then I would like it. But I like real-time monitoring. I'm gonna make a vid on this guy. Oh, you already bought it. Nice, dude. Yeah. Have you, David, have you been working with your Gemini in your YouTube analytics? It's quite low, honestly. I don't really notice any any latency. That's perfect. As long as it's in the milliseconds, that's fine. But I almost want like real-time feedback. Met the guy earlier. Woo, buddy. All right, man. I think, bro, you have everything that you need, man. You got everything you need, bro. David, are you on beans and rice as well, bro? Me too, man. Me too. Why was the guy selling it? I'm always curious to know why people sell stuff. I was like, what? Because they'll tell you like, oh, I didn't like this. I didn't like this. Or hey, I need the money. Or like... But I'm always curious. By the way, if you guys are on TikTok and you're not following my account yet, please consider doing so. Trying to get to 10,000 followers. 9,000 followers by the end of this month, which is today. Oh my God. Met the guy earlier. Haven't slept in through a blizzard, storm, and somewhat flood. A blizzard? Like an actual... It snows in Australia, dude? FX3 does record in 240 1080p. I think Code Rain, the FX3 is your camera, dude. The only thing that I would tell you, Code Rain, is if you don't need the camera, the FX3 immediately, I would probably wait to see what the new FX3 has. The EL has active cooling fan. Oh, so you can shoot longer, you can shoot faster. That is, I don't know if that's worth $1,000 though. This price, like I've never in my life seen a on-camera body flash that's $1,000, dude. I've only seen the big ones that are in the thousands, but something like this is crazy expensive, dude. You got to be a serious fucking professional to be carrying around something like that. He does yoga, same flash power and battery. Yeah, that $1,000 price gap is daunting, isn't it, Ben? It's like pretty eye-popping, in my opinion. Wait for the FX3. Yeah, I would for sure, because I do believe that it will come out this year, and it would be such a bummer if you spent $4,000 and then a new camera came out the same year. You know what I mean? It's an L series flash, bro. It legitimately is. Yeah, it's winter there now. I mean, I guess I didn't know that it was winter, but I guess it can be winter everywhere. But the fact that it snows in Australia doesn't really compute, you know? The Westcott was more expensive than the Canon. He didn't say why, just there was more people bought it. The only thing I know about Westcott is that that's what like photo studios use. But I don't know if you need that. It's more like for commercial photography. You know, it's used more for like people that are like in the red carpet and shit like that. But I think these are great, dude. I think $349 is expensive for a flash. All of my flashes, I think the most expensive flash I've ever bought was like $100. I'm assuming higher profit for the camera store versus name brand. Westcott is a name brand. Westcott is definitely a name brand, but it's I think it's more in the commercial space. Yeah, Westcott, it's not a like unless you're in that world, you wouldn't really know what I wouldn't know what Westcott is. Let's see which Westcott was it? Now I'm curious. Oh shit, these are expensive too, dude. Yeah. It was probably something like this, 80 watts. It was 360. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. The Canon one goes into the Canon, the little, yeah, that checks out. A guide to on-camera flash. Look at this. You see, guys, there's information out there, man. You just gotta learn it. Is an indispensable accessory for many photographers. How many of you guys actually spend time reading PDFs of new gear and reading your manuals? You guys have these $3,000 cameras, but none of you guys have opened up your camera manual. I know I'm not alone. I just give my PDFs to my chat GPT. Press button and see what happens. Exactly. Exactly. Like a fucking caveman, right? Like oh man. David, did I tell you that I published another video last night? It did buns. It is not doing very good, but that's okay. I think it's a long tail video. It's a long tail video, so it'll do okay over time. Yeah, it was only 10 minutes, so it was super quick. I didn't do a thumbnail test on this. I just did a title test. But I think this will have a long tail, so we'll have to see. It's sitting at 54 views. Womp womp womp. Yeah, it's performing way below what I normally do, but that's okay. Coming fresh off Nikon, I'm struggling. Seems way more complicated. The Nikon had wheels for everything. The Canon has three. Your Canon R6 has 3 wheels. I mean, what do you need more wheels for? ISO, shutter speed, and aperture, right? Why didn't you get the updated Nikon, by the way, or like the newest Nikon? Just out of curiosity. You just wanted to try something different? You might have said this before. I might have asked you this already. Now that I think about it. My other Canon R100 video is also doing about the same as usual. But this is what's crazy. 12 hours of watch time with 174 views. I've made 29 cents off of it. Woohoo! This is what pays for my new cameras, guys. Impressions. Oh, I got a little pop here. 12 unique viewers. Okay. Browse. So what I need this to be is I need this to be search. I need this to be YouTube search. I'd like to increase this. Browse means that it's sitting up on the YouTube front page, or the For You page, I guess. ZR with F-mount lenses. I almost went with the new release, the Z5 II, but the Z6 comparable to the new R6 is very old. Yeah, I probably would have been looking at a Z8 though. A Z8. That's probably where I would have put you at, based off of your budget. You know, the Z8. Oh, they're that old. What's the newest Nikon then? What is the newest Nikon? The Z9? Let's take a look at it. Yeah, but that's a different class of camera. Who made your camera? What? The fuck is this? Oh, that's a trade-in program. Oh, the Z8 is kind of like, got it. The Z8 is more like the R50. This is the big boy right here. Why the fuck doesn't it tell me the specs, dude? Ultimate hybrid camera. 45, yeah. Yeah, the Z5, yeah, but that's I guess that would be the closest to the R6 III, right? But I think the R6 III is a better camera. I think you're 100% right, dude. Yeah, the R6 III was definitely. And the R6 III, you have the 3, right? This is 24. Yep. This spec sheet right here, this is awful to look at, dude. Went to a camera store the other day, tried a viewfinder for the first time. It is magnificent for photos though. For video, it doesn't really make much sense. For videos, but viewfinders are really nice, dude. That's why I tell people, like, if you're a photographer and your camera doesn't have a viewfinder, it's a big issue. It's a big issue. That's why, you know, when people ask me about the R50 and the R50V difference, I tell them, like, if you're 90% photo, dude, get the R50, even though I still believe that the R50V is a better camera. If you're doing photos mostly, get the R50, dude. I think we just got confirmed that the FX3 will have open gate. Nope. It will not. Yeah, I got the new, the R6 III. So that's the newest and greatest with everything. So I think you made the right. So your choice was based off of the available offerings at the current time when you were buying. And you, Mr. Ben Tech's channel, you seem like a guy that wants the best of the best of the best when it's available, right? David, I also go to camera stores all the time, bro. I go to camera stores all the time, several times a year. I try to go once a month just to like get my hands on stuff and like kind of shoot the shit with the people. just to like hold stuff and like try things and just talk it up, you know. Look up Kinefinity Vista full frame 6K. I saw that already. The Kinefinity. It looked really great, man. Yeah, I saw that the 2-3 days ago. I think it'll eventually have autofocus, but the camera is still very much in like beta or in prototype. It's still a prototype, I think. Can you buy it? Now I'm floating between the R6V and the R6 III. It's still the same predicament, bro. If you're doing mostly video, if you're gonna do any kind of photo work, bro, you gotta get the R6 III. If you're gonna be doing mostly video work and that's how you're gonna pay your bills, it's the R6V. They make cameras without a viewfinder. Yeah, they do. Yeah, cameras without a viewfinder, like point and shoot cameras, those don't have viewfinders. Video centered cameras don't have viewfinders. Yeah. It just so coincidentally you decided to get the best of the best camera. The R6 Mark III is a dream camera, dude. It's definitely a dream camera for a lot of people. I mean, I'm fortunate, man. I always say it to people. I count my blessings, man, like that I'm fortunate to be in a position where I can have a hobby that makes me an income, and I have the ability to afford these cameras. I do eat a lot of beans and rice, but you know, it's a blessing to have the R5 Mark II, the R6 Mark III. I'll have all of these options and all of these gizmos and gadgets and stuff. Like, check out the pic I just sent you. All right. Oh, I can't see it on. I gotta see it on mobile. Can you bring that up in post at all, Ben? I see what you're saying, dude. Can you bring that up in post? What editor do you have? A flash would have killed it there, though. Yeah, a flash on that would have absolutely killed it. Hey, we got YouTube coming alive. Good morning, YouTube. Oh shit, I got the same MagSafe tripod, broke it though. What tripod? This guy? For the phone? How did yours break? Mine's like solid metal, bro. Every time I hand somebody my phone and they grab it, they're like, what the fuck is that? Like on the back of it. I purchased outright Photoshop in 2012, no longer supported. Oh. You don't use Lightroom? I think that in Lightroom, you could bring that up a little bit, bro. You could do a subject select. You don't have Lightroom? Yeah, you could do a subject select and bring that up a smidge. Because the R6 III has pretty decent dynamic range, man. You might be able to bring that up a little bit. The hinge gave up. Sometimes that does happen on these, and that's why I try to buy cheaper, well, not cheaper ones, but I don't get too attached to them, because not only will the hinge, this has a little thread on it, so you can like actually tighten it, but what happens is, because they're all Chinese, I don't trust the metal in them, and the heads rip off over time, because they're not like, they're just like cheap screws. They're not really made for like high durability. They're not made to be loosened and tightened, loosened and tightened, loosened and tightened. I have nothing. Too cheap. Can you send me that raw photo, Ben? I need the CR3 file. If you can send me that CR3 file, I'll take a look at it. I'll do it live if you got it. I'll do it live. It's not raw. You didn't take how did you take? Is it a JPEG? Well, that's your fucking first mistake, bro. I returned it. They refunded me and told me to keep the stuff. It's not raw. Yeah, but did the screw loosen up on you? Yeah, because it's too expensive for them to send it back. Well, how is it not raw? Well, you can use a free editing software that isn't Lightroom. You can use a free editing software that isn't Lightroom, and then you can edit them and then export them JPEG. That's what you normally do. But you don't take raw photos? Bro, that's your... Yeah, so I'm not gonna... You won't be able to do shit on this then. You should at least do raw and JPEG. That's probably the first thing that I would do is and then keep your raw somewhere else until you do get an editor. But you can get a free editing software that processes raw footage or raw photos. The thing with those free editing softwares is that they won't have all of the bells and whistles that like a paid Lightroom has. Hey, should I get the 7D Mark II or wait for the 90D or even wait for get the R7? Depends. The R7 is nice. I have the R7 right here. The R7 is what, like $1,200, $1,400? I used to back when my $699 Photoshop I bought worked. I mean, Lightroom, how much is Lightroom on its own? Just Lightroom Mobile, the regular Lightroom, I think it's what, $9.99? It's another subscription. I know how annoying subscriptions are. I've been paying for Adobe Creative Cloud for so long that I don't even... they want $20. Do they just have a Lightroom version? Oh, here we go. $11.99. So this is probably the one that you would get. $11.99. And this will come with a PC one and a mobile app. 120 bucks, dude. But are you editing photos all that much, right? That's kind of like the thing. Hi, what are we shopping for? We're just looking at the rate plans for an editing software. But again, Ben, I'm like 100% confident that you can use a free photo editing software to turn your raw files into JPEGs and edit in, because you got to edit raw photos. Is the R6 III as chunky as the C50? No, the C50 is chunkier. It definitely is chunkier. I wonder if I should make a comparison. Comparison video. C50 R6 III. My camera chunky. The R, do I have the R6? I have the R6. This is the R6 III. I mean, she's kind of chunky. I was using this as a B video camera, but when the R6V comes out, this is going to turn into a B photo cam. I like my camera chunky. Yeah, yeah. No, the I mean, it is chunky. It is. It feels. Bro, you were at the camera shop. You didn't hold it in your hand. You're a big guy too, so you need a big camera. Yeah, Photo P is another one, right? Photo P is another good one that that can turn raw images. So I would do this. There's no reason that you should be using JPEGs in your photos, bro. Oh, and Photo P is actually very similar to Photoshop. Like it has almost like a copycat UI. So Ben's Tech Channel, yeah, check out Photo P. The other one is GIMP. Is it called GIMP? There was another one I forgot that was like super popular. But all of these are free, and then they can turn your raw CR3 files into, you can export them as JPEGs. But you need to be editing. You need to be editing raw and taking raw photos. At the very least, what I would do is go to your R6 III and switch to both raw and JPEG. At the very least, bro. Also, you might not be since it's just family photos. No, I get it. I would go the free route though, bro. I would go the free route. Shit. But yeah, you shouldn't be taking, bro. You're taking JPEGs with a $4,000 setup, dude. Is crazy, dude. Brother Gerald, what's up, man? It's her Liliana. Good morning, y'all. Welcome in. I did release 2 new YouTube videos over this weekend. They are on the Canon R100. If you guys haven't had an opportunity to watch those videos, that's totally cool. You don't need to watch the whole things, but I would appreciate it if you guys went over there, dropped a like and a comment on the video. That would be very, very helpful if you can. What have you guys been up to though? It's Ileana. What have you guys been doing? My buddy Gerald over here. That's another guy with the R6 III. Can't be playing with a small R50 with a 50V. The R50V is tiny, dude. I couldn't hold that motherfucker until just crop, share, and done. The family photo. So here, I guess Ben, you shared this. Ben, do you mind if I share this photo with the stream? I'm just going to show it to the camera. So the problem that Ben was having was that he bought a flash, and the flash is probably going to help you with this, but that still doesn't give you an excuse not to be shooting raw photos, bro. Like, I know you have the space to store them, but this photo right here he took, what he's saying is that the background is very, very well overexposed. And I don't even think it's overexposed, but it's significantly brighter than the subjects. And what I said is, instantly I said, bro, you can bring that up. You can bring up the shadows of the 2 subjects up in edit. Is it in raw? And he said, no, they're JPEGs. And I'm like, bro, you have a $3,500 camera shooting JPEGs is wild. Yeah, it's a beautiful photo. Beautiful photos. Daughter had a tournament yesterday, won 3rd place. Nice. And now cooking breakfast for the family. Nice. Save me a plate. Let me get a plate. Sure. I still edit family photos though. Yes, exactly right. Yeah, if it was just a point and shoot or a cell phone camera, fine, you know. Ben, I don't mean to beat you up too much though, buddy. It's just crazy to me, dude. Crazy. Thoughts on the Canon 600mm 800 for wildlife? Are those f11 lenses, Noah? The f11 lenses are like, ugh. I wish they were cheaper. Yeah, I don't know if I like those, dude, because those are really expensive still. The photo's great, by the way. The photo's great, but your observation of it being a little dark and not being in. Sadly, my iPhone 17 Pro is taking better pictures than. Bro, that's the thing, man. It's like that Ben's Tech Channel, that happens so often, dude, where the processing and all that stuff like will look better on an iPhone. Yeah, sure, but it's not a better photo, dude. But if you are taking JPEGs, it's like taking JPEGs on a camera like that is crazy to me, man. The HDR is hard to beat, man. Computational photography. Yeah, it is. I mean, the R6 Mark III, and that's kind of the thing, man, is like if you're not even editing your photos and you're not even shooting raw photos and you're not like taking full advantage of all of the capabilities on it, like for you to say that the iPhone 17, it takes better photos for you, but you know, and you're taking family photos and stuff, like that's very different than what I do. So I would never dare say that an iPhone can take a better photo than my setup. But I'm also editing my photos, and I'm also selling my photos. For family pics and stuff like that. That's why when somebody comes in and asks me like, "Hey, shooting for like family photos around the house," I recommend them something inexpensive, man. I like to take the picture right the first time, no editing. But see, you're doing the editing. The phone is doing the editing, bro. The phone is doing the editing. And if that's the style of shooting that you're doing, then you know that's totally fine. But that's not a raw image either. You know, that's just not a raw image. Yeah. And like, and to some people, the what's it called? The raw photos, I mean the cell phone photo, that's perfect, dude. That's enough. You know, the cell phone photos, that's all that you need. Yeah, on the phone is taking background exposure and the subject exposure is blended. Yeah, there's a lot of computational stuff that's going. Still here, K, Vic, my phone on counter. No worries, bro. No worries, Ileana. Appreciate it. Then do it. Phone photographers created pretentious crap photographers who think they take good photos. Valerie, what's up, Valerie? Ganondorf, hello, how are you? I'm curious about the Nikon ZR. What are your views? I like the Nikon ZR. It's cheap though. I would not compare it to the FX3 though. I would not compare it to the FX3. The Nikon ZR is a beautiful camera, but they don't land in the same category for me. Nikon ZR is great though. Yeah, and also, you know, Ben, I like editing. Like I like editing and making my photos better, getting the composition right, and like, you know, some people that like to take photos, they like to take what I call snapshots. You know, they're not really photographers, in my opinion. Ooh, they just take snaps, you know, and I think that's what cell phones are good for. They will be right with the flash next week. I hope so, dude. I hope so, because if not, you know, just use your cell phone, because there's a reason why you're using your expensive setup rather than using your cell phone. You know what I mean? There's a reason why these other cameras exist. You guys want to see a picture of a pigeon? A picture of a pigeon that I took? Look at that guy. Your iPhone wishes. Category, you mean a cinema? Yeah, totally. What if they put a viewfinder on a phone? No, still wouldn't work. It's the processor, dude. Have you guys ever seen a teardown video of all of what's inside of a proper camera? You mean CIA agent? Yes, this government drone. Here's the newest CIA agent. This guy's the FBI right here. Ganondorf, what's up, Ganondorf? How are you? I have a non-autofocus Nikon D40. I'm planning to get refurbished. R50 for $500. Is that good? The R50 for $500 USD? Yeah, that's legit, dude. What lens are you getting, Ganondorf? By the way, Mr. Ganondorf, where are you watching me on? Vertical or horizontal? For those of you guys that are on YouTube, make sure that you're on the live feed, by the way. I know that sometimes kind of messes up. Zero connection, my friend. How are you? Oh, yes, beautiful. Yes, government drone. We call these government drones. These are some of the photos that I took with the R5 the other day. Oh, I did do some new photos with the R7. Let me see if I can find those real quick. Is it this one? Oh, I didn't export them. Damn. They're still in the software. Actually, let me these are the new photos that I took recently with the Canon R7, which I wasn't as happy with. I wasn't as happy using the R7 as I was using the R5 Mark II. Who would have thought, right? But let me this thing's loading. R7, is it this one? Yeah, these ones. So I was doing some editing. Was this yesterday, guys? Yeah, I did. So I went out to do some more skateboarding photos. And the same guy was here. There was a girl. Yeah, there was a girl skateboarding. She was doing some sick moves, though. Just watched and liked your recent video. Thank you, man. I won't be buying the R100 as I... Yeah, the R1. Just save up for the R50, bro. What case do you have on your Canon R10? I haven't found a good... I have a small rig one. I don't know what they did with it. I don't know what they did with the small rig R10 case. They don't make it for whatever reason. I guess I was lucky to find one. Zero connection. If you could do me a solid like and comment on that video, I'd really appreciate it, bud. Like old school film, no editing, take the picture right on the spot. It's like a challenge. Yeah, I do like film photography for that reason. I do like that for that reason. When I use my film camera, I feel like the pressure and like I want to like savor and like treasure and almost like every single snap, you know what I mean? So that's also true. But I don't use my digital cameras like that. When I use my digital cameras, I'm like I'm getting an 18 and 55 kit lens. My budget is $500. I'm watching YouTube vertical. Appreciate it, Ganondorf. Yeah, the kit lens is okay to get you started, but $500 for that camera, solid deal, bro. Nice. I like it a lot too. You like Zelda? I do like Zelda. I use Canon R6 III with a 28, not a phone, sir. Yeah, you have a Ben, excuse me. I said that you had a $4,000 setup. I think yours is what? 3,000 plus 28. So your setup is like $6,000, dude. Yeah. So I was using the R7 for these photos, by the way, guys. And this guy right here, he has a tattoo of a skateboard. So you know he means business. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Andrew. Like, Ben, you know, not to poke at you too much, but shooting JPEG on that is like is wild to me, man. Did I just hear you said the kit lens is all right? The kit lens, if that's all you can afford, the kit lens is all right. Yeah. I emailed Nikon for a free camera. They didn't respond. That checks out, dude. He knows ball. Yeah, this guy right here. Yeah, again, this is with the R7. Somebody was asking me yesterday about the R7 compared to a 6700, and I learned a lot about the 6700. The R50 does not have a setting for minimum shutter speed. I will recommend the R10 if going Canon. Is in Nikon, the Z5 is a bargain. In Micro Four Thirds, the OM5. The R10 is nice. The R50 is fine, dude. The R50, the people that are buying the R50, dude, they're different users, you know. Micro Four Thirds, I don't know. I don't think I've ever recommended a Micro Four Thirds camera. I don't think she has any tattoos of skateboards on her. Oh, I got a portrait of this guy. Right here, watch this. It would be similar to film since I'm not editing. I'm doing it for fun or for money. Yeah, I get that, and I respect that, Ben. It's just crazy, dude. It's just crazy. But if you don't edit and you don't have no interest in that, I still wouldn't be shooting in JPEG, even if I wasn't doing any editing. Because you're not, I mean, unless you're trying to say, oh, but you don't have, you're not downloading anything to turn the files over. I forgot about that. No, I was just kind of showing my R7 photos. This edit is done. Yeah, that edit is done. I got a cool car, guys. Look at this. I got a picture of a cool car. Oh, and then I got some cat pictures too. And then my camera, the R7, has like this toy miniature setting. And I took this picture from, I work on the 36th floor, 34th floor. Wait, send me that car picture. This one? The GT, this is a GTR, right? I wish that this tree was blooming a little bit more. It looks like it's just leaves. But if this was like a nice pink or whatever, this would be like a cool photo. Hi, I've seen you on TikTok before. Thank you. Now I forgot to say that with my $500, it's official Canon refurbished, so it's more trusted. Yeah, $500 is still good. TMV, there's a video for you spending $6K to shoot JPEG. That is wild, dude. Now I forgot to say that. Yep. I've seen you on TikTok. Photoscape X is free. Good software available for Apple. Yeah, there's plenty of software that can turn your CR3. But if you refuse to do editing, then that's your prerogative, you know. Wait, send me that car picture. By the way, for the YouTube vertical users like me, I see that chat blocks the screen, so I can't see the cool car. Oh, that's why, yeah, I do have that so that people can go to horizontal as well. Yeah, I would, at the very least, I'd be doing RAW plus JPEG. But to each their own, man. To each their own. Yeah, I was the one that talked about editing. What I suggested was like, because Ben, you said you don't have Lightroom. And I said, I do have Lightroom. Let me get that photo raw and I'll see if I can lift it up for you. Just to test it live. I thought it'd be a cool experiment. And then that's when he said, I don't shoot raw. And I was like, and then that's where this whole tangent went off. So by the way, it's not that deep, y'all. Later, Ganondorf, appreciate it. Dude, I could not make camera content. I'd be in the comments calling everyone an idiot. I definitely don't call people idiots, but some people do say no, actually in the comments, dude, in my comments everybody's pretty normal, dude. What's a good lens I would recommend for Canon R8 for wildlife? 70 to 200 for sure. Julia, you want this photo right here, Julia? I'll send it to you here. Let me export. How do I export? Export. Hopefully my camera, my what's it called? My PC doesn't crash. I know it's not going to crash, by the way, guys. Settle down. This photo isn't a good photo. It's just a decent photo. Why do you want it, Julia? Do you like this car or something? The cat one too? Oh, the cat one. Oh, I thought you wanted the car one. I was like, why do you want the car photo? Let's see. I'll send you this one here. Also, part of my my thing for YouTube for the channel members over there is that I am going to be giving people raw files. I still haven't sorted that out entirely, but people will be getting raw files over there. I think it'll be kind of cool to edit with people. I don't know. I haven't really worked out the whole thing yet, but creative Y projects, photo edits, Z30. Here, Julia, you're getting both photos. Send to my phone. Where's my phone? Oh. You're like, thanks, Vic, random car. Some person's random car. Link to Windows. There you go, TMV machine. The cat photo? You can take pictures of your own cat though, right? Like, yeah, but I like your cat. It's bathroom art. Is that what you're trying to say, Julia? I'm offended. Cat photos coming your way. Problem with my phone is that it doesn't. Why isn't it just the latest photos? Received from PC, okay. Gallery. Why isn't it working? Files, maybe files? There it is. Send. Vic's really nice. Vic's really nice about not laughing at us newbies. Yeah. everybody's at a different stage, man. Everybody's at a different stage, and that's the reality. Also, people have different budgets. People have different budgets, and people have different goals as well. So that doesn't mean that I'm not going to express my opinion, but I would never, you know, I'll definitely poke some ribs. You know, definitely poke some ribs, but Andrew, sometimes I feel like you take shit too personally, bro. It's a hobby, man. Yeah, it's not that serious, dude. And Ben's got the funds. When I grow up, I'm going to be like Ben. The cat one, not the car one. Got it, got it. I have a 7200 2.8, but it lacks focal length. I was thinking 800. I don't really know if I like those lenses, Noah. The 800 f11. If anything, I would be looking at the 100 to 500. I would look so cute. My calico sadly passed and we rehomed our orange cat. Oh, so you don't have any cats at all? Do you want a cat? Editing my vlogs right now. I don't think it'll break 5 minutes because there's nothing much happening this week. That's fine too, man. Vlogs, long vlogs are kind of a tough one. For vlogs, I would definitely be looking at like 8 to 5 minutes, but 20-30 minute vlogs are kind of a waste, in my opinion. Probably would be a waste of time for you, personally. Yes, that entire part. So what do you want to be when you grow up? When I grow up, I want to be like the girl, Life of Riza, or the girl that is redoing her entire home. I want to be like her. Why do I want to be a woman when I grow up? I want to be like Ben. Yeah, exactly. No room for kitties, but when we move, yes, I'll take a cat from you. All right. I don't know if I can give him up. I took another cool picture of a cat the other day too. Oh, batteries dying. And also what happens is when you guys are after each other, like in the chats, like my buddy Ben is gone from the chat and also Andrew's gone from the chat. So like both of you guys arguing with each other made you guys want either of each other leave from the chat. So like be kind to one another, for fuck's sake, man. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, but Ben isn't. He was contributing to the chat. So that's why, you know, that's why I've said before, like if you're in somebody else's chat, like, hey, have your own opinion, but like, you know, being combative, like makes somebody else want to leave. And he's a regular on my channel and he's also helping me out with my TikTok shop. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, if you can have your own opinions and be critical and stuff like that, but you know, being confrontational is kind of like I would never go into one of your chats, Andrew, and one of your lives and like start butting heads with people and being like an asshole. You know what I mean? Like it's just not, if that's how you operate, that's how you operate. But it's just be aware and self-aware that other people in their chats, like when I'm trying to build my community, I'm trying to structure it and building it in a way for like people to feel welcomed and people to feel free to ask questions, right? Oh my God, I'm so behind in my vlogging, talking about vlogging. Juliana, you have a vlogging channel? Do you have a YouTube? I need to subscribe to your YouTube. He's not invited to the carne asadas. Yeah, yeah, right. He's the drunk uncle that gets that gets in fights with everybody, right? Yo, speaking of carne asada, it's mainly well. Let me see your YouTube. I'd love to support. If you mind sharing. If not, you can DM it to me if you don't want it to be public. But anybody that's actually actively creating content, I always support them. Like always trying to support. I'm the kind of guy, you know, when it comes to like people that create content, if you publish a video and it comes up on my thing, I'm like racing to your comments. You know, racing to your comments to show that little bit of support. And also be available if there's any questions. If you have any questions or anything that you guys need to talk through. If there are any, you know, not to say that there's always going to be. Did you guys see my police pictures that I did as well? I did some recent ones. I need to export these photos, so I will minimize this. Are these the police photos? These are not the police photos. They did really well on my YouTube, on my Instagram. No, I want to see because I'm learning from you. Yeah, share. Yeah, if you want to share it here or share it on DM me, so I can follow on. Is it on YouTube? I'm sure it's on YouTube, right? Yeah, I got this guy right here. He was my first picture of the day, and then I got this guy right here, this Papi Chulo right here. He's a little serious. Officer Figueroa with the tats. He's got a tattoo of his wedding band right here, look. Look at all this equipment. He's got a gun. He's got a taser. Is your camera on, sir? I'll chill out. My bad. I was kind of joking, but my humor sarcastic does not. It's all good, Dave. I mean, see, the thing is, Andrew, like, I know that you're joking. Like, I know that you're joking, right? Because I have a little bit of a rapport with you, you know? But it's all good, man. It's not a personal thing. But, you know, and granted, Mr. Ben's Tech Channel, he was here for a while, so he probably left on his own. But, like, being confrontational like this, I mean, I don't have to beat a dead horse, but, you know, like, chill out, bro. Like, people are just coming to hang out. I've been live for 2 hours trying to, like, you know, build something over here. 11 viewers over on YouTube stream, by the way, so I appreciate you guys. By the way, for those of you guys that are watching on YouTube, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. Also, what I wanted to mention on YouTube, make sure that you're on the live view, because sometimes if you switch out of the tab or whatever, it won't be a live feed. Papi Chulo. That's what I call guys that are fit and Latino. I call them Papi Chulos. Yeah, these there was something going on in the city this day, one of those teen takeovers. Yes, I've been subscribed. Thank you. This young man right here, he's getting arrested. This photo did pretty good too. I made sure not to grab his face though. Got to see his tattoos, but he's got his house key. Yo, I've never seen just one key on somebody. One key on somebody? I've never seen that in my life, you know? Yeah, and then they had to take him down because he started kicking. Yeah, he started kicking the officers and stuff. I think this photo was one of my favorites right here. This one where this young girl is like looking at the cops, holding her Chick-fil-A. And like, to me, like, you know, going back to the editing conversation, like the way that I took this photo, I took a photo of something happening, right? But it took me going into the edit later on and finding this composition that was, like, in my opinion, a little bit more balanced, because what I want you to look at when I'm taking this photo might not be what's happening in the moment, but later I can come back in and take a look at all the people's faces, see what they're doing, and kind of edit the photo in a way that you guys can kind of like see the same thing I'm seeing, right? So for me, editing is fun. This guy came up to me and he was like really aggressive. He's a cop, obviously, but he was like really like pressing me. And I'm just like right there, like You can see how much taller he is than me because I'm standing and he's like towering over me. And then like I looked at him, I smiled and I said, "Hey officer, how are you?" And he said, "How did you know I'm an officer?" I'm like, "Look at you, bro. I can see that you're obviously an officer." And this guy locked eyes with me for a second too. Anytime that I can take a photo of somebody locking eyes with my lens is money, dude. I'll always take that shot. Here's a puppers. Oh, and then here we get back to some more skateboarding. This photo actually did really well on my page as well, on my YouTube. Oh, and then this cop right here, he got super, who's this guy? Officer Velasquez. Officer Velasquez got really aggro with this young man right here. Yeah, little senoritas. Yeah, this guy got really aggressive with this young man. I didn't capture it because my camera was down, but look at this woman right here. She's like, "What's going on over here?" That is not Papi Chulo. He's not a Papi Chulo. He is not Papi Chulo. This photo, I love this photo right here. The one-way sign pointing in the direction that he's looking. The photo comes together in the edit, man. I do remember this one did come out of focus. Here we go. This is the good one. Yeah, these are street photos. Some people would call it snapshots. Oh, here's Officer Ford. Check this one out. Officer Ford with a bicycle patrol. Let me see them legs, Officer Ford. Okay. Okay, he works out. He works out. He gets a couple miles in every day. This is a cool photo too. It's a little crooked now that I'm looking at it. Wait, he can have the job. Yeah, he's smoking that ciggy. It looks like his commanding officers behind him too. Back here. If your name is Officer Ford and you look like this, you need to have, it's part of his uniform, the cigar. It's standard issued. He gets it every day at check-in. Officer Ford, here's your daily cigar. And look at this guy right here. I think he was looking at me to see if I looked like I was under 18, which I clearly look over 18. And then that's it. All right, y'all. My 2 hours is up. I appreciate it. Yeah, Officer Ford, he can do whatever he wants, man. He gets standard issued cigars. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Thank you so very much. I'll be back later on. For those of you guys that were in here the entire time, Julia, David, Ileana, thank you so much for stopping in. Andrew, always a pleasure, buddy. Have a fantastic day. Adios.